I'm rather excited about this.
All right, you ready?
I am ready.
All right.
Oh, wait, am I? Yes, I am.
At your leisure.
Actually, at your leisure.
All right. Hello, and welcome to You Write, the podcast where creativity meets community.
I'm Reb.
And I'm Reb.
Each week on You Write, we challenge our listeners to write a story in just 30 minutes, using three of 5 randomly generated words.
It's a fun and fast-paced exercise to spark your imagination and get them creative juices flowing.
We'll read your submissions, offer feedback, and discuss the unique twists and turns of each story.
So whether you're an aspiring author or just love a good tale, especially long tales this month, You Write is your place to explore the endless possibilities of storytelling.
So grab a drumstick and some giblet gravy. Get comfy, and let's dive into this week's stories.
And remember, the only limit is your imagination, and that's it.
Yep.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, so what you guys got?
What you got?
So how's it going? What you doing?
It's going well. I have a CrossFit competition on Friday and Saturday.
Oh.
I'm going to die.
Okay, so at the when this airs, you will be dying.
Right. Well, no. I'll be dying after this airs because it starts at 6:30 Friday evening.
Oh, why is that worse for some reason?
I don't know.
I think it would be better in the morning.
Well, I think it's just because work is on Friday, but then the part 2 is Saturday morning at 8.
Oh.
Yeah. So, I'm gearing up for that.
Cool.
Yeah. And I was honestly just now
horrible.
pondering. It is really actually, but I was just now pondering, after I arrived at your nest, how amazing a difference exercise can make on my mood.
Oh, yeah.
Like, amazing. I was feeling a bit, I don't know, slightly bleak, but not like really, really bleak, but slightly bleak.
Yeah.
And then I worked out and now I feel like awesome. I don't know why.
Like bleak adjacent to like totes rad dog.
Exactly.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm feeling pretty good right now.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. How about you?
Good. I've actually been walking at lunch.
Oh.
Yeah, so I have like a really quick lunch and then I just take like 40 to 45 minutes and I just walk.
Getting healthy?
We're just walking.
That's healthy. That's health.
Sure.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
it's nice. Also because it's just been really nice. So.
Yeah. And how was your croissant class?
Always good.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm such a pro at croissant.
Croissant. Well, we're actually having a Friendsgiving over here on Saturday.
That's right.
And Matt will be displaying his croissant skills.
Yeah. They are the best croissant skills I've ever known.
Amazing. I can't wait.
That's not true. The guy who taught us is like,
I would think that
he's
he was probably exponentially better, honestly.
he's literally a pro.
I would think so since he was running the class.
Yeah.
Okay. But anyway, I'm still excited. I'm very excited because I love croissant.
Croissant is so
Croissant.
good. Yeah. And I'm going to be making chocolate croissant, also known as pain au chocolat.
Oh.
Looks like pain au chocolate.
Okay. Yeah.
Bread with chocolate.
Is the teacher guy a Frenchman?
He's from Nacogdoches, Texas.
Oh.
Went to Louisiana for music.
Mm-hmm.
Moved to France. Moved to Italy and studied there for a little while before going to culinary school in France.
Oh, okay.
And then taught at that school for a while. And then they paid for him to go to a baking school in France so that he could teach baking classes there. Then the pandemic hit. And then he is like half in France and half in the United States teaching. So
what a badass.
Such a weird timeline.
I love that. And is he traveling around the US teaching classes? Is he like doing a tour? A croissant tour?
I don't know how far he stems out of Texas.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, because he's from Nacogdoches. Okay.
I honestly don't know how far he's traveling.
Okay. Because at first I was like, why is he here? But then I remembered he's from Texas. So.
And I assume that's the reason why.
Yeah, and it could make sense. He's like, hey, I want to add some culture to Texas or something.
Oh, yeah. And he did a lot of different classes. Like Kim and Christian took and Alyssa took a sauces class. So they learned how to make like 7 base sauces. Like one of which was mayonnaise, which I thought was pretty awesome. And I knew you would hate that.
Yeah, that makes me sad.
But no, they did a red wine reduction that was apparently really good, and some like orange sauce, orange something.
Cool. When was this?
Last week.
Is he doing more, or has he already moved
Well,
along?
they were like basically all sold out whenever we signed up for it. I ended up taking one in the middle of the day on Thursday. So I had to like take off work to go to it. So
very cool.
Yeah, it was fun.
Nice. I love that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I love?
Our stories this week.
Hell yeah.
Me too.
Me too.
We did it.
That sounds just horrible through the headphones.
I apologize. I apologize.
So who did we decide to read this week?
I believe that we decided that you are going to read Rerb. That's me, guys.
We're going to read Rerb's story.
Rerb, yes.
So this is the 5th installment of Chrome River.
That's right.
By Rerb.
Mm-hmm.
Dre rallied and exerted one last effort to push the park bench debacle out of his mind. He would start with a clear head tomorrow and try to make sense of what he'd seen. But for now, he had a conference to prepare for, and he needed to make some big strides in this research if he was going to have any hope of presenting his proposal. Dre thought about the timeline. It was mid-autumn now, and the conference would be held in late April. He inhaled deeply, relishing the scent of leather, and turned to the window which looked down on the street below. Holding his face close to the glass, he exhaled, covering the surface in fog. With his finger, he drew ich on the misty canvas. It was International Phonetic Alphabet symbol for the voiced lateral fricative, the phoneme that had grabbed his attention in the comparative research he was working on. It wasn't a common phoneme, but was found in a handful of languages, like Zulu, Kabardian, Mongolian, and, interestingly, Welsh. Of greater interest to him was the presence of that phoneme in certain Native American languages, such as Nahuatl, Yuchi, and Navajo. If Dre really could identify a quantifiable linguistic connection between these languages and a Central Asian language, beliefs about migration routes from the east to the west and, dare he say, human history could be drastically altered. He knew that if these languages did in fact evolve from a common source, their geographical dispersion could mean only one thing, contrary to popular belief that Asia-America migration almost exclusively followed a north-south pattern. South-north migration would become not only possible, but probable. And if that was true, some of the earliest migration events of the Americas from Asia would have to have occurred by boat. And he wasn't talking about regular coastal migration. He was talking about trans-Pacific migration. Dre's head was spinning with the implications. Of course, he knew that the voiced lateral fricative alone wasn't enough to prove anything. There would have to be much more, and there was. Not only did he have more phonemes in his sights, but syntactical patterns, and importantly, lexemes. His students always rolled their eyes when he used that term. Why can't you just say word, Dr. McGowan? Dre always told them that if they wanted to be taken seriously as linguists, they needed to use seriously linguistic words, at which point the eye rolling would become more aggressive. A sudden ding on Dre's phone pulled him out of his trance. He raised his eyebrows when he saw that it was a message from Cecilia. What's your favorite kind of cheese? Dre smiled as he quickly responded. I'm a man of many cheeses, devoted to none. Name a cheese, and I'm probably intimately acquainted with it. She responded with a fire emoji and, haha, okay, I'll surprise you. I was thinking of putting together a charcuterie picnic for our weekend romp. His mood lightened at the thought of their plans on Saturday. Great idea. Also, I want to ask you a few questions about your Flagstaff Navajo connections, if you don't mind. Of course I don't mind. Maybe I could even show you around the res someday, she answered with a laughing emoji, making him question whether or not she was seriously offering. If she was serious, he would take her up on that in a heartbeat. Sounds good, he replied, not wanting to sound too eager, but also not wanting to sound uninterested. After a few minutes without a reply, He settled back into his red velvet swivel chair behind the pleasantly cluttered desk and resumed his research. His next task was to run an analysis between subjunctive and syntactical patterns in Yuchi and Navajo. While Navajo was known to be a member of the Athabascan language family, Yuchi was believed to be a language isolate. That is what was believed, but Dre had a hard time fully subscribing to the idea of language isolates. A language coming about completely independently of any others was about as believable as a man springing forth from an oak. And according to widely held beliefs about the history of language and humans in general, a language being so unlike any others that it had no discernible links whatsoever would mean that human language had been around for much longer than previously thought. Either that, or there were patterns and similarities that had, at least until now, remained undetected. NLTK, Natural Language Toolkit, the Python program that he often used in his research, was capable of analyzing vast datasets of language, but the analyses were not very sophisticated. There is something to be said for human intelligence, Dre thought to himself as he pressed Enter, delegating some of the tedium to the machine. Dre waited impatiently as the program ran through the lexicons that he had uploaded. He started shaking his leg to, well, he didn't really know why. He just knew that he had to keep moving. He stood up and began to walk around the room. It was spacious enough that he didn't feel trapped, but small enough to feel cozy. He thought he sensed a slight rise in his dopamine levels as he focused on the creak, creak, creak of the old wooden floor. He went to the fireplace and stirred the logs, basking in their piney aroma and the heat emanating from the fire, warming his skin. Dre made it a point to focus on small things that made him feel good. Those little injections of endorphins or oxytocins or whatever. The feel-good chemicals. He needed as much of that shit as he could get. A chime sounded from his laptop, and he rushed to the desk expectantly. No matches found. Dre frowned and stared at the screen, and kept frowning and staring so the machine would feel thoroughly dressed down. Then he sighed and plopped back onto his chair. Motherfucker, he muttered. He stood up again and turned to the window. The birds in the magnolia right outside usually performed a symphony at about this time, and tonight was no exception. Their volume increased as he got closer and turned the lock on one of the panes. Swinging it open, he leaned his head out. The crisp fall air and high-pitched birdsong often served to snap him out of whatever funk he found himself in. But right as Dre began to lean out the window, the birds fell completely silent. Not a peep could be heard from the droves inhabiting the tree. He squinted out into the darkness, puzzled. His puzzlement turned into concern, which quickly darkened into a sense of dread. Just breathe. Calm down. It doesn't have to mean anything. Maybe quitting time is just getting earlier with the shorter days, he thought as he reluctantly leaned back in and closed the window. Dre had had about enough of this day. As silence hung thick in the air, he exited the emerald room, closed the door softly, and started to head down the hall towards his bedroom. But something compelled him to turn around. Approaching the door of his study again, he opened it and walked back towards the window to see if the birds had resumed their cacophony. His heart sunk when he found that they had.
Great reading.
Great words.
Thank you.
Great story.
Thank you.
Very well done.
Thanks.
Dre's a nerd.
Yeah. He's a big nerd.
Total fucking nerd.
He's a fucking nerd.
What a nerd.
He's a nerd.
Oh my God.
He's a nerd. He's so nerdy.
He's so adorable.
He is. He's an adorable nerd.
He's so cute. And I really like this this little exchange that we get between him and Cecilia in the middle via text.
Yeah.
It's just so realistic.
Yay.
They're so normal.
That is so good to hear because I was trying so hard to make it be a realistic text conversation.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It certainly feels realistic in that they feel very normal and true to what we know about them so far.
Yeah.
that they talk like weirdos.
Mm-hmm.
Like she calls it a romp.
Right.
So,
exactly.
nobody calls it a romp.
I do.
Well, yes, of course, other than you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really liked that. I'm a man of many cheeses, devoted to none.
Yeah.
Name a cheese and I'm probably intimately acquainted with it. Yeah. So total nerd because nobody texts like that.
Right.
It's like you would just say.
He's an academic.
Yeah.
He's an academic. What can he say?
Again, true to himself.
Yeah.
In this moment. So
Yeah.
you're really holding that the tone for each character. So
yay.
yeah, especially obviously Dre.
Right.
Yeah.
I just want to say that I was so inspired by the prompt of this week, and I was so inspired by Sanderson's what?
The cheese.
Oh, no, totally. No, because last
you said prompt,
time,
that's what I thought. I was like, oh, that damn cheese.
oh no, but last time I didn't even use any of the words. And then this time, or it was either the last time or time before last. And this time I was like, I'm just going to use them. And it fit in very nicely. But
it's weird how they can also just kind of help guide.
No, totally.
And give you some inspiration.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they did. Like the cheese gave me the picnic inspiration,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah. But the thing by Sanderson, like that was so informative, so educational to me.
Yes.
I was just like, wow, I'm not doing fantasy, and that's what his thing is all about. But a lot of his stuff applies to everything. So
yeah, it's just storycraft.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And so I realized some things, which is that I'm definitely a discovery writer.
Yes.
And also that I'm a discovery writer, but I'm also a points on the map writer.
Yeah.
So I have certain things that I want to happen at some point in the story, you know?
But the way you get there.
It's like my fucking travel method.
Yeah.
Of buying a ticket, you know, there and then a ticket back from some other place and then being like,
I gotta make them meet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so anyway, I just had so much fun. Honestly, I sat down to write this and I was just like, this is hard. I don't even know what to write. But I need this prompt for me to be forced to push the plot forward.
Yeah.
Because and I'm not going to lie, y'all, I showed the last entry to my boyfriend and he was like, I don't understand the point of the story. And I was like, go fuck yourself.
Ass.
Asshole.
You ass.
Yeah. And
what's the point of any story?
Yeah, bitch. And he was like,
what do you mean you don't know what the point of the story is?
Oh, I know. And he's like, I just don't understand, what is the plot? Like, I was like, bro, the plot hasn't happened. This is all still the same day.
Yeah.
This is still day one. Anyway, but, that comment, okay, whatever. But also the prompt of plot really made me do something to push the plot forward. And also I was inspired, and I forgot that you were inspired by this, but I was inspired by Project Hail Mary.
Yeah.
Heavily inspired by that in this entry.
Is that the program at the end that he's using or just in general, the way he's thinking? It's
the way that, and I know that I'm nowhere close to, what's his name? The authors?
Andy Weir.
Yes. To his ability to do this. But the way that he takes complicated concepts and breaks them down in a digestible way that the reader can understand.
Yeah.
That doesn't, as Sanderson put it, kick the reader out. Although I don't know if he was really referring to that when he said that, but it doesn't kick the reader out. I don't know if I achieved that or not. But I mean, I feel like there's definitely things I could have explained in more detail. But I want to take this thing. And then I was like, I can't say this. I can't imply, because as a kind of academic person myself,
kind of, you work in academia.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
As an academic person myself, it is so hard to put something forth that has not been hardcore quantified,
right?
Yeah. And
you're a scientist in a way that you're in that way you are a scientist.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You will get shot down in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
And so I was so hesitant to be putting these wild things that I myself fantasize about.
Yeah.
But it's no, this link it hasn't been proven, whatever. And even whenever I've talked to other linguists about this before, and they're just no, that's not a thing. Not that it doesn't exist or that it's not real, but that there is not data to support it.
Right.
You know?
And I think much like the way, because I think Andy Weir is similar. In that he's an academic.
Yeah.
I don't know that for sure. I don't actually know much about Andy Weir. But he's clearly a smart fellow.
Yeah, but he's not a scientist. I remember that.
He's just got a lot of science understanding.
Exactly.
And so I understand that trepidation because I have the same. And just putting something out there strictly because you think it's cool, but someone might construe it as you presenting this is fact.
Right.
It's like, no, this is a work of fiction.
Yeah. It's like
that's a really hard line to draw in your head.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. And so that's what I kept reminding myself of what Andy Weir did and being like, no, this is fiction. Like I can make up this world where this exists.
Yeah.
You know? And so I really had to, that thought comforted me. And then I was also going for his kind of like thought, because in Project Hail Mary, it's just like his whole thought process. He's like, well, if that's true, then this, and if that's true, then this, and it's like this climax building.
Yeah.
And if that's true, then no, it can't be. And you're just like, oh, what did he realize?
Yeah, he's just stringing all these little points on the map together in his head. Yeah,
and you're like watching it happen, and you're just like, oh.
You're riveted by his growing understanding.
Exactly.
You're understanding
it with him.
Exactly.
You're learning it with him, and you're just like,
that's that first person perspective. I think that he's really leaning on.
No, that's true.
You are that character,
right? That's true.
Yeah.
And
so
I don't have
that works so beautifully.
Yeah, I have the close third person,
which I do think is capable of the same. Yeah. I really do.
Yeah.
It's capable of the same, but also allowing you to have some information that the character doesn't have.
Right.
At key moments. But a really close third person is so similar to a first person that I don't think that one can achieve something that the other cannot. No. I guess.
But it gives, I feel like, well, there's pros and cons to each, but I feel like a close third person, obviously I can also be in other people's heads too.
Yeah. It gives you a kind of different tool set to work with.
Exactly.
Yeah. Man, I really like what you're setting up here and the tone that you're setting up. To kind of harken back to Sanderson's thing, the tone promise. I feel like you really start to set up. The tone was really set up in part one, as far as like one side of the tone that we're going to get, and it feels like we've been moving progressively up through the tone to these more positive. I'm going to say it again. Tone. Yeah. Tone. I'm going to say it a lot more. I have a feeling.
Keep saying it.
Tone.
Keep saying it.
Tone. And then this is the one where it kind of feels like we're starting somewhere near the top. And we're kind of just hovering in this excitement, this kind of electricity that he's feeling. Yeah. And especially whenever we shift from this conversation between him and Cecilia, and then he kind of keeps leaning on that. And if he's still excited, he's waiting for this program, this National Language Toolkit program to run through his analysis for him. Yeah. And we get more of just kind of the way that he thinks with these small moments that make him feel good, these injections of endorphins, oxytocins, or whatever, these feel good chemicals. And you remind us that he needs this. He needs those moments. Oh, yeah. So when those moments aren't there, what happens? And this is plot, I feel like. Yeah. So we're setting up, plot is officially moving forward now. Cecilia kind of was its own plot as well. Right. So you were giving us world building and character building up until this point, and then we get no matches found. Right. Then plot begins.
Right. And that, I was inspired. The no matches found, I was inspired by that, by what Sanderson said about, what did he say about how you have to have them try and fail? What was that called?
I think just try and fail method.
Was that what it was called?
I think so. Yeah. And it's similar to like the yes, but, no, and. But it's just a try, fail. Right. Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, he needs to definitely fail, because when you have the point of view character like succeeding initially, it's just like kind of like cheap, it's kind of like you didn't work for it,
Yeah, you didn't work for it, and it makes you wonder, like, well, and if they did succeed, it would probably be they would succeed with some sort of complication. That would make it satisfying. That's that yes, but, no, yes, but, no, and. Yeah. Just kind of that means of, we've got to escalate this to a point that it becomes something that needs to be written, that the reader feels like this needs to be written and I need to read this. Yeah. And so just having that, I guess that investment in order to get the reader to make that investment into your story, you've got to have these stakes. Yes. And we've got to get the stakes up high enough that it's something that we feel is worth reading. Yes. And I do think that you set some pretty high stakes just in the tone that you gave us right at the beginning in part one. Right. So there's clearly some very, very serious stakes on the line, internal stakes for Dre. For sure. And I'm curious to see, moving forward via this plot that you have, how that will translate into the external setting.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, and I was also thinking about big P, little p.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I don't know yet.
That's big P plot, little P plot.
Right. Because I have basically three plots going on in this story. There's Dre's internal struggles with Chrome River. There's this relationship between him and Cecilia. And then there is the linguistic thing he's working on.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if Chrome River or the linguistic mystery will be big P. I'm not sure yet.
I don't think that you need to necessarily worry about that. Just focus on the little P's. Little P plot, and let big P plot reveal itself.
Yeah.
It could turn out that it's a kind of a marriage of all three.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, that's kind of what I would expect.
Yeah.
Is that big P plot is a theme that's floating above or around all of these things.
Right.
So what's something that all three of these plots are kind of talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Then that could be your big P plot.
Yeah.
And it could just be like Dre's well-being in general.
Mm-hmm.
It's all tied.
Right.
So, and Dre, since he's our point of view character, like, I feel like Dre just is our big P plot.
Mm-hmm.
We just want the best for Dre.
Right.
And so how he comes about that via linguistics or Cecilia or his coming to terms with Chrome River, I feel like that's what's got me invested. Is I just want what's best for Dre. I like Dre.
Yeah.
And
that's good. I'm glad that Dre is likable.
So just he's a fucking nerd. Of course I like him.
Yeah.
He's what's not to like.
He's cute.
But yeah, I would say just focus on the little P plot and just see what happens.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
I'm really liking this. And again, it's all just neat as a pin. It all just works really well. I will say one note, the onomatopoeias of the creaky floor. Yeah. I would probably describe that prosaically instead of like phonetically.
Okay. What do you mean?
Like, I wouldn't use an onomatopoeia for the creaking sound.
Really?
I think you would be better served to maybe even just call them the creak of the old wooden floor. Like, you don't necessarily need to draw it out. Okay. I think that it's a little distracting, and I don't think it necessarily needs to be. Okay.
That was my favorite part of your reading, I will say. Okay. I feel like you did the creak really well. But I guess...
especially since it's like mid-sentence. If it was outside of the sentence, it might make more sense.
I kind of drew it out like that because he is trying to get these like sensory things that give him like good feelings. You know, he's like focusing on like, it's that creak that makes him somehow feel good. Yeah. You know, but noted.
Okay. Yeah. And that's just my personal take. Yeah. And actually, if it wasn't just in mid-sentence, I think it would actually work fine. Just like come to that sound and then discuss it maybe. That's all I got for you.
Okay.
It's great.
Thank you. Wait, I just want to say one more thing about this, which is that I have a million things to say about this, but I won't. Okay. But I want to say that the thing that happened at the end with the birds.
Oh, that's pretty heartbreaking.
Really? Why?
Yeah. Because it just felt like they shunned him in some way. Well, or it's all in his head. Well, neither way is good. Yeah.
Yeah. So that actually happened to me like 2 weeks ago. Oh no! But I wasn't sad about it. I was just freaked out by it. But no, because outside of my workplace, there's always these birds like screaming, billions of them in these trees outside my workplace, and so it's like. When I come out at this certain time of the evening, it's deafening, you know, and it's like that all the time. But like 2 weeks ago, I walked down, and as I walked past the same place I always walk past, they stopped. Every single one of them. And I was just like looking around, and I like looked up at the tree, and
they're all looking at you.
I know, and I was like, oh fuck!
One takes a wing and just points at you.
I know. I was like, oh my God, what does this mean? Does it mean anything? And honestly, like I kept walking, and as I walked away, they started up again. And then I watched another lady.
They're talking shit about you.
I know.
It's like, she's coming. She's coming.
No, and then I watched another lady walk by, and they didn't stop. And I was just like, what the fuck? Freaked me the fuck out. So I guess I might be cursed. I don't know. But God knows I'm blessed.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Thank you for reading and for your commentary.
Thank you for your submission.
Yes.
That was excellent.
Thank you.
And up next, we have chapter 2 and chapter 3 of
The Treehouse.
Chapter 2, The Treehouse by Walker by Faith.
Yes. Okay.
Howdy, Walker.
Hey, Walker. Let's jump right in. We have some excellent imagery in here.
Yes.
Very, very good imagery.
Very thorough imagery.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Starting even in the first sentence, which my favorite part of that first sentence was smelling not of booze, but of casserole and grief.
Yeah.
That was really, really good. It's just like simile after simile after simile. Well, of course, that was more of like a metaphor or something.
Yeah. But it's all kind of cast in this in just comparative language.
Yeah.
Yeah. The house breathed in its sleep. So this anthropomorphizing of the house, which is lovely.
It is.
Yeah, I love that idea of the house breathing in its sleep. It's old boards settling, pipes knocking. Yeah. It's beautiful descriptions.
It is.
Yeah. And I don't know if this was meant to be like a kind of foreshadowing for part 3 or chapter 3, but Elena may lay on her childhood mattress and let the ceiling fan count time for her. Tick, tick, tick. And so that's a recurring onomatopoeia that we get in chapter 3. Just curious. Yeah. It's something I noticed just looking at it now, actually.
So this whole thing is about this weird journey that Elena May took. It almost was like a real journey and also a metaphorical journey at the same time.
Yeah, it feels... Well, based off the events of chapter 3, this actually happens. So it does come across very dreamlike.
Right. It happens, but it's also, there's 2 things happening. I'm saying she's doing it physically, but there's also another journey happening.
A very symbolic
like
journey.
A metaphysical journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And one that's just riddled with symbolism. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially once we get to the treehouse and she starts taking steps up. The symbolism is everywhere. It's all over the treehouse. It's all over the tree. It's on each step that she takes. Each one is labeled for people, right? It was like, well, first it was like months, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
And then people's names. And it was just, as soon as she started taking those steps, it's like we're stepping into this other world.
Yeah.
And it just takes on a very weighty sensation for us as the reader.
Yeah, definitely. We get more, or at least I feel more setting here about where they are. They're somewhere at the Gulf of Mexico. I love the shade that is thrown on Trump.
Yeah.
That just immediately makes me happy. So yeah, they're making fun of the America and the Gulf of America and all that stuff. So where do you think they are? Do you think they're in...
I think they're in Georgia.
You think they're in Georgia?
Yeah, I really do. Just the fact that we get Atlanta called out as often as we do. I say as often. The fact that we had Atlanta called out and they're somewhere south of Atlanta makes me think Georgia.
And they're somewhere south of Atlanta.
Yeah. That was implied, I guess, based off of the gathering and Maya saying that she came down from Atlanta, or not calling her husband.
She said she came down.
Yeah, from Atlanta. So I'm gonna say Georgia.
Yeah, okay. I like it.
Yeah, we get this interaction between Elena and Bert, and they're just siblings, man. And it's just a very I don't know, simple characterization of both, kind of just establishing them, reestablishing them together, which I guess we've seen much of just them interacting with one another. So just kind of that, rooting us in their perspectives.
Yeah, I like that, and it's honestly like endearing me to Bert.
Yeah,
more than so far. I'm gonna say that Bert is my favorite character so far. To me, he's the most likable one. Not that the others are unlikable, but the most identifiable, I guess.
Relatable. Yeah. I can relate most to Bert. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I really like this where it says outside the grass kissed her ankles sloppily. I love that because that's exactly what the grass in Georgia is like.
Yeah.
We had grass at my grandparents' house that we called monkey grass. Yeah. And it did that. It kissed your ankles sloppily. And I fucking hated it. So my brother would carry me over it when we were little.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I refused to walk through it.
Yeah.
But that's a very good description.
Yeah. And again, anthropomorphizing grass.
Mm-hmm.
So we finally get here. She put her palm to the trunk. The bark was tough and layered, yet somehow forgiving. The first slat he nailed in was darker than the others, stained by years of bare feet and summer sweat. She tested it with the weight of her foot. It held.
Yeah, I really liked that too. The stained by years of bare feet and summer sweat. I really liked that.
I think that's an excellent paragraph in general, just because it's one of the simpler paragraphs that you have. It's also exactly where we begin this journey into this other world of this treehouse. And everything up until this point is just her observing it. And this is her taking action, moving into this moment. And so I do think that this is an excellent way to begin. And just the way she tested it with the weight of her foot. Yeah. It held. We're setting up so much symbolism here, and I really wanted to commend you on that. Yes. And then Bert, don't die. He called from the doorway.
Don't die.
Yeah. People say goodbye and mean come home. Yeah.
Right. True that.
This is a Roger Wilson original, baby bro. She said, what could go wrong? She began to climb. So again, that's that kind of Chekhov's gun almost. Like you say what could go wrong or what's the worst that could happen. That's basically inviting something to go wrong or the worst to happen. So
famous last words.
So we hang that on this moment. What could go wrong?
Okay, so then she climbs up, and yeah, we have more awesome descriptions. The room smelled of cedar and crayons. I love that.
Yeah, her beanbag still slumped in its corner, split along one seam and bleeding white beads. Yeah, anthropomorphizing a beanbag. So again, everything just feels so alive and so just lived in and human. Like, this, I really liked this. Curtains dropped in faded pink surrender, the rods slightly crooked because Daddy had let her hang them. So you can learn to accept imperfection. Again, that's something that we set up in the prologue with Grace and talking about things that were hung up in their bedroom crookedly, specifically that way, to learn to accept imperfection. Yeah. So reestablishing that.
Yeah. So as things get kind of sketchy up there, I started getting irritated at Elena May. I was just like, why are you further tormenting your poor family? Yeah. Like, my God, y'all have all been through so much trauma. Your mom and your siblings are down there, like, watching you be a fucking weirdo. And they're like, oh, great. Now we're going to lose Elena May too. Yeah. It's like, bro, to me, that just struck me as like so selfish.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's such a selfish thing to do.
It is.
And once you get into chapter 3, it's really selfish thing to do. Like, it's like, of course, this is how they would react. And of course you shouldn't do this to them. Right. Like, but at the same time, like, she's also suffering. And her.
No, exactly. And that's just something that, like, I've been thinking about lately with, like, some offspring that I know who, I guess everybody is offspring, but, who are just making very, like, reckless choices. And I'm closer to their dad. And I'm like, you little ass, you are tormenting your father. Like, stop it. But then I'm like, wait, kids don't see it that way. They're like, no, I'm going through this thing. And they're like in my face, you know? And it's like, they can't see it that way. You know, they just can't see it that way until they themselves have children. But anyway, so yeah, it's like that type of thing.
Yeah. And again, just everyone is just themselves, and like they are selfish beings at their core, like
self-centered.
Yeah. And that's the case for Roger. It's the case for Elena. It's the case for Bert. I would say even to some extent, it's probably the case for Grace, although she's probably the least selfish of them all.
Yeah, because she is a mom.
She must bear it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she has to be able to be selfless in a way that they do not have to.
Right.
So, but I think what we're seeing here is this kind of inflection point of she has hit this moment that this is what she feels like she has to do. And what we get is this kind of illusory experience with this, with her dad, with where the wild things are. And like this book is like totemic here. And it carries just such weight and memory with it.
Yeah.
And the way that we leave chapter 2 is the ground rose or Elena fell. It was hard to say when a tree remembers every storm and it has survived and decides to claim its pound of flesh further anthropomorphizing. All she registered before peace claimed her was Daddy's hammer striking home once, twice, then 3 times from the old bench where he used to sit and plan and rap for her attention. And then the day let go. Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Utterly beautiful.
Yeah. And so then at the end of that, you're like, okay, what happened? Did she die?
Yeah. And the way we begin chapter 3 is, did she die?
Yeah.
Like what happened? Elena floated before she woke, not up or down, not in or out, just loose, as though her soul was freed from its mooring. So we eventually learn she's hearing this ticking sound, a metronome again, or a ceiling fan, or maybe just Daddy tapping the wall to find the stud behind it, or David's watch ticking on the nightstand. Call out for David there. So we haven't really heard much of her thoughts on David. Then we end this kind of dream sequence with a gasp. Elena drew breath to call his name as she reached toward him. Then a white flash cracked the world open, and the smell of antiseptic rushed in behind it. Tick, beep, tick. Elena opened her eyes to the glaring artificial hospital light. So yeah, then we realized, like, okay, she fell. She fell. She's in the hospital. Yeah. And she's further torturing her family. Yep. Because here they all are, worried sick.
And Mama without sleep for days. You little shit.
But yeah, this is further. I say further. This is really setting up the vision that she had with her dad. Yeah. Yeah. Which becomes very important near the end of this chapter. So we just get through these interactions with family, and ultimately it culminates to the moment of they're all very worried about her, and I believe they all know something that she either doesn't think that they know, or is worried. So we learned that she is on opioids. Yeah. The doctor comes in and says, we found opioids in your blood, and everybody is just floored by this. Yeah. Especially Maya. She's like, how could you? Like, what were you thinking? Like, how dumb must you be? And she's like, it's not like that. It's not like that.
It's like, no, it is.
It is like that. Yeah. Your actions speak as loud as your words, or louder in a lot of cases. So, like, what can you explain it? No, she can't. She cannot explain her reasons behind doing this. And so I think as a reader, I shared Maya's sensations in this moment. I also could sympathize with Elena as well. Like, she is acting on this impulse. She's an impulsive person. And so impulsive people are going to do impulsive things. And so why she did this, she doesn't know. But what the experience that she took away from this is still real to her. And further, we learn the experience that she had is real enough to both her and her mother that they both derived something from that moment. They both believe in something that happened up there. Yeah. So.
Yeah, it's just such a hard thing to do, to process the opioid thing, because I know opioids, okay, and they are awesome. And addiction is...
Oh, I know plenty about that too. Yeah.
Yeah. Addiction is a bitch.
Which is something we don't address directly.
Right.
If this is an addiction, or if this was a lapse, or just a momentary
Well, I kind of got the feeling in chapter 2 that it's something that she had kind of been doing for a while.
It's hinted at, yeah.
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 But yeah, it's just like I want to be super pissed at her. But then at the same time, this is like a tale as old as time, you know, an addict, an alcoholic, like tormenting their family because they just can't stop.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah. And so we leave chapter 3 here. Again, Grace and Elena discussing what it is that she saw. And Grace is insistent, like, you tell me all the details of what you saw. And so she almost seems like to have inside information. Like she believes something or knows something. Like why would she ask for this information if she also didn't have some sort of tale to tell? Mm-hmm. So it seems like she may be withholding something as well. Mm-hmm. Grace may. So, yeah.
It's getting real. Shit's getting real. It's definitely a pushing the plot forward right here.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And yes, Walker, you said that chapter 3, you're especially proud of it. You have every reason to be. This is very clean. And you do so much to characterize all of the people in this family. You really complicate Elena in this moment, just with her addiction and what she's doing to this family. And you also kind of introduce this mystery around Grace, I feel like. Mm-hmm. And you really do set up this really tight-knit relationship between Elena and Bert. So I'm a big fan of chapter 3. I think you did an excellent job with this. And it's really paying off of what you set up in chapter 2. So very well done. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's great. It's very, what's the word I'm looking for? Compelling.
Yeah, absolutely.
And very, very well written. So I'm rather enjoying it. And I also really like the I like the side story of the interaction between Elena May and David.
Yes. Yeah, I completely forgot about that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was an excellent interaction. Yeah. And again, further just complicating Elena.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how she's like, getting kind of feels like she's getting rejected by him, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that's contributing to her issues for sure.
Definitely. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, thank you, Walker.
Thank you, Walker.
Chapter 2 and 3 there. Thank you.
Yes. That was great.
And up next, we have Sapura Viscera 3 by Nick You.
Nick You.
Hey, Nick.
Hey, Nick.
So I divided this and we have almost 10,000 words from Nick You here.
Yes, that's a whole lot of words.
That's a whole lot of words, dog.
That is a shit ton of words.
So forgive me if I miss something here, but I'm going to try.
I'm going to miss a shit ton here.
Yeah, I'm just going to try and hit the high points. So we did ask for plot. You did absolutely deliver. This is certainly plot.
Yeah.
It's also a lot of world building. So we're further, because we're in a fantasy world like this. World building is never done. It's always happening because it's just, you just kind of have to spread the whole thing out, and just you're always interacting with a new world, so you always have to just be building it. Right. Like every scene that you set is world building.
That's true.
And so I do think that you're doing an excellent job of carrying that throughout. Yeah.
I just want to mention something that really stood out to me that I really enjoyed, which is whenever they go to that little town. Him and Sapura and Badger were in that shop.
Okay.
And she leaves and she's like, she strides off, which I really like that description. Like she's always striding away, you know.
She can't just walk somewhere.
No, she strides. She fucking strides.
Yeah.
But I like it because it says, but as the crowd parted for her, they swarmed around him.
Yeah.
And then everybody's asking him these questions. But I really like the way that Badger is answering the questions, like very honestly. Instead of just being like, I don't want to talk about it or no comment.
Yeah.
He's just like being very like earnest, like, yeah, this is what happened.
Yeah, he's not trying to fuel the mystique.
No, he's not trying to fuel the mystique. He's not trying to be like cool or anything. He's just like, yeah, I'm temporarily in her party.
Yeah. And they're also asking questions about him. So he's gaining notoriety.
No, totally. But he's
so his own reputation is preceding him as well.
He is. I just like how he's not all being like, I don't know. Because I feel like a lot of times, either in real life or in stories, or maybe both, whenever people are asking people questions, they're just like, oh, no, I don't. I'm not that good. No. But he's just being honest. He's like, yeah, I do this.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, I
not
did that.
artificially humble.
Yeah, he's not being artificially humble, and he's also not bragging.
Yeah.
He's just being very straightforward, and I love that.
Yeah. Yeah, just really to the point.
Yeah, exactly.
And sounds like he kind of gets fed up with these questions after a minute. He's like, he starts to get frustrated, like, what do you want? Like, I can really kind of feel that because they're really just bombarding him question after question after question.
Right.
And they are kind of starting to play onto him more than they are Sephora after a moment. They do kind of seem to redirect back to Sephora. They seem to pick up on his
annoyance.
Yeah, his annoyance. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we just jump in right in this third part with she has her sword as long as her body. She swung it around one-handed and scythed through multiple wyverns with every stroke. So you just drop us right into that battle.
Yeah. Into her dropping wyverns.
Yeah. And I believe it was in this part that Badger bifurcated a wyvern. I was like, oh, sick.
Oh, what a way to go.
Yeah.
What a world.
What a world. Yeah. Yeah, so this whole fight scene really did work, and it really shows just how messy the whole thing is. The venom that they're shooting at their faces. That's why they needed goggles for Badger. And it's just that I forget this guy. I don't remember his name. The guy in the plate armor. Oh,
Cornelio?
Was it Cornelio? I didn't even kill that many. He protested. It wouldn't have worked so well if it weren't for Cornelio. The tiny bronze ranked beamed happily at the praise, covered in blood and venom.
He's like, yeah.
He'd get some levels when they were done cleaning up for certain. Ah, shit. The eye slits must be filled with venom, Badger said, and one of the corvids flew over and landed on his shoulder, startling him before he managed to navigate around the tree with the corvid's directions. Badger noticed that the one perched on the armored adventurer's shoulder had discovered it was fun to just lead the man around in circles. Badger tried to focus on the comedy there instead of the itching. So you're interjecting comedy for Badger as well as us. I just thought that really worked. That you got this poor guy wandering around with this bird raccooning him around in circles.
Yeah.
I really like that.
I like the comic relief for sure.
Yeah. And then part 4, another day, another town. And so we just kind of have this routine of like, go to town, get an adventure, either clear a dungeon or clear out some mobs or go, later we find that they go and they get it's not a bounty, missing persons.
Yeah.
And so it's just like finish a thing, go to a new town, get a new thing, finish that thing, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. And so we're kind of setting up this routine for Badger and Sephora. And so, yeah.
I have gotten more evidence that Sephora is not, it has definitely got some demons. You know, just like her drinking, like after every battle or whatever.
Yeah.
She like pulls out her flask.
Yeah. Hearth and Health beer or something, I think is what it's called.
Yeah. I mean, I would too, honestly, but she seems more and more like this unhappy person who's like venerated but not super happy about it.
Yeah, and it seems like she may be hiding something as well.
Yeah.
Like, if nothing else, her motivations.
Yeah.
Like, why would she, to your point from last time, like, what's the point? Well, what's the point of it all? Like, why do this?
Right.
Especially when it seems like she has enough to just exist. Why continue on?
Yeah.
Why must you persist? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like she doesn't know anything else, it seems. It seems like this is just what she knows, what she does, you know?
Yeah, and she's so good at it. And people are so willing to help her that it does, especially near the end, whenever we get to the missing persons, seems like she genuinely wants to help.
Yeah.
To her own detriment, it seems. So she may have some string of altruism.
Right.
So
yeah, it seems like she does, honestly.
That could be it. And I'm curious where that stems from. That doesn't necessarily strike me as something that people just have.
Right.
That's something they develop or from different sources.
And or maybe she has that because maybe she's done harm in the past.
Right. Yeah.
And she's somehow trying to like, you know,
trauma caused or trauma received. That's kind of what I suspect.
Yeah, she's trying to like make up for it trying to kind of like redeem herself or something like that.
Yeah. Sort of Black Widow-esque character.
Yeah.
So, Another Day, Another Town just kind of further enforces this routine that they're in. And also we kind of start to see a pattern with Cold Steel. This guy that they keep seeing these dungeons that were cleared out by Cold Steel and these dungeon anchors. So they get these dungeon anchors, like more than there should be. And so it's always like, oh yeah, Cold Steel that came through here. And in the wake we get, there's missing persons. And they go to the next town, and sure enough, there's a dungeon. It was cleared out. And Sephora's like, there's a dungeon? Like, yeah, but it's fine. It got cleared out. And sure enough, here's these dungeon anchors. There's more than there should be.
Yeah.
It's just this, you really do make it so that we don't really notice this.
Yeah.
This pattern.
Right.
But you very clearly show us by the end of this, it's like, oh, there's definitely a pattern. And just kind of further establishing the lore. This is where we learn about necromancy, and it's that it exists in this world. I just think that because you're giving us so much of this kind of rinse repeat, this day in the life kind of with Sephora and Badger, and just as many of those details as possible, that we don't see the forest for the trees as the reader.
Yeah.
We're just a part of the grind with them. But Sephora's got this higher view of the situation, to the point that she spotted this in the town that we end up in. So I just thought that was really well done, really
very
cool.
well done. Yes.
And you pretty effectively hide that from the reader, the same way that she doesn't just outright come and tell it to Badger what she suspects. But she does play up like, yeah, I have a suspicion and I don't like it.
Right.
And so we eventually do learn with Badger what she suspects. And it's in that meeting with Xuther.
I don't know.
Yeah, Xuther looks as shocked as he. Yeah, so whenever she says, I'm pretty sure we've got a dungeon farmer somewhere around here, Sephora answered steadily. Chills ran across Badger's whole body. That's a nice way to tell us how we're supposed to feel about something that
we don't understand.
Yeah, that we have no means of understanding.
Exactly. It's like a dungeon farmer. Oh, okay. Is that bad? Is that really bad? Apparently it's really bad.
Yeah. And you're using Badger's familiarity as a means of cluing us into how to feel.
Yeah, and that's really good. Like, instead of overtly explaining it.
Yeah.
I think that's a really good way of handling that.
Yeah. And further, you have a third character in the room who's just as capable of coloring
what
our
looks
reaction
shocked.
should be. Yeah. Look shocked as he was. Isn't that one of the most insanely illegal things you can do? Badger asked, again, just in normal conversation, cluing us into, it's like, oh, this is not only bad, this is real bad. This is super bad. Not an accusation, Sephora clarified, just a very strong suspicion. Cold Steel has visited 3 towns that I've been to, and each time people went missing. And they deposited more dungeon anchors than those dungeons should have had. All of them very useful. None as odd as what you'd normally get. I just talked to the brothel, and there was a courtier wanting to lure some of the courtesans out of town, and succeeded with at least one. So this strikes me as almost like a form of money laundering.
Yeah.
Like going from town to town, passing off these dungeon anchors from dungeons that they're farming.
It's like a kind of trafficking or something.
Yeah, laundering, trafficking. Yeah, very highly suspect. Yeah, so that I thought that was excellently set up.
Yes.
And just so subtle in the background. It's always there. Like, and Sephora is always kind of registering it as, that's odd. Right. That's odd. And they've just, it seems like either by coincidence or by her savvy, they've been on his trail this whole time.
Yes.
Yeah. So I really liked that.
Me too. That's really good. Got anything else?
I don't think I have anything else. I'm just, again, this is a lot of plot, and it's a lot of I'll be curious to see how much more of this kind of day in the life that we do, or if we're going to dive more into this, what sounds like, to use our term, capital P plot, which sounds like is wrapped up in this character Cold Steel.
Yeah.
And his his whole shtick.
Right.
Yeah, because that sounds like that's a pretty formidable opponent.
Right. Mm-hmm. So
With
kind
some
of
pretty high stakes.
kind of zoom out a little bit and see what's going on in the bigger picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do think that this story would benefit from more forests and fewer trees. I feel like because we've gotten a really clear lay of like all the minutia of the world. I feel like, and at least their day, like what their day feels like, to start to dive off into the larger aspects of this, which is a great place to be, because that means that we're comfortable to be like, well, let's get into the bigger parts of this. Yeah, that's cool. That's very cool.
Very cool, Nick.
Thank you very much.
Yes. So I believe it's time to move on to our other marathon rider.
Yes.
All fair Chowan.
All fair.
All fair. Burr, burr, burr.
With chapter 3 of Open Like a Flower.
Yes. All right. So I'm going to start us out here.
Please do.
I like to say that I have realized that this is the world that I want to live in. Yes. I really, really like this world. Really like the descriptions.
Like this,
what? Like I mentioned last time, just that it's like very Middle Eastern in a way, and very reminiscent to me of Turkey. Very just like warm, and like society is just like very energetic and buzzing, I guess. And then also, though, they're very welcoming and open-minded.
Yeah, very progressive society.
Very progressive, yeah. And it just, I don't know. It's a very interesting society because it has a lot of elements that don't normally go together.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's like you took some very progressive aspects of Western culture and mashed it up with kind of lore and history and like colorfulness of some Eastern cultures.
Right. And even some things that are foreign to Western culture, like, the children of what age? I guess they're teenagers, but going and getting contraception potions, before the festival.
Yeah.
And it's like that definitely happens, but it's not necessarily celebrated,
Right.
It's like, hey, you kids want some contraception potion? Go have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all go have fun, but not too much fun.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like, what's too much fun?
Yeah, good Lord.
What's too much fun? It's to them. I want to know because I thought that whenever I read the uncle saying, the uncle saying that, it's like,
wink, wink,
don't
wink,
have
wink,
fun,
wink,
but
wink,
not too much fun. It's like, okay, well, if you're cool with her, like,
just banging,
then what to you is too much fun,
Well, I do think that that's an interesting bit of world building because what is too much fun? Like if this is an accepted form of just celebrating or having a good time,
right?
Then maybe the magic, the energy of this place, like that's too much fun. Like whatever is surrounding like the magic of this world that we don't know too much about, but everything is just couched in speak of it.
Yeah.
And it's everywhere. And we've gotten our introduction to it is through her cousin.
Manasvi,
yes. And so the only thing that we really know about it is from Manasvi, who seems like this young prodigy.
Yes.
And her uncle, who is an energy healer. Which we get some of that near the end of this story.
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah, I am just going to say, hot take, I really like Manasvi. I know she's a little shit, but I really like her.
Yeah, she seems like she's got a very... Well, first of all, she seems just very capable.
Very capable.
And very independent.
Yes.
Like, and very, like, ready to do something.
Right. She's definitely got wisdom beyond her years.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if I'd say wisdom, but prodigy is a good word for it.
Yeah.
She's like, it's like one of those kids that becomes a surgeon at the age of 12,
Yeah. But it's also could also just be a real asshole.
Right. Exactly.
But that does not detract from their accomplishments.
Right.
Yeah.
But honestly, like
there's a famous scientist that was that way. I can't remember their name. Anyway, go ahead.
Her assholery to me is something that I have an easy time dealing with, which is she's just very direct. She's just like, and she's not pretending to know things that she doesn't.
Yeah,
like she does know them.
Yeah, she says what she means.
Yeah. She's just like, is that really how you're going to do your energy cleansing? Like, you really need to get better at that.
Yeah.
She's very direct, very like blunt.
Yeah.
But she's not like bullshitting.
Yeah. Or just ask him out already.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, or you're such a wilting flower.
Exactly.
Those lines, her lines actually are the ones that stuck with me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. She has, she's a very memorable character.
She definitely is.
Yeah. Yeah.
I kind of feel like the thing about the magic being more controlled and measured. Remember the thing about how it was like easier to measure now, and so
because of the bracelets,
right? The bracelets,
yeah.
And they were like, I feel like that was an analogy, and I felt like it was an analogy. At first, I thought it was an analogy to like meds, like psychiatric meds, psychotropic meds, but then I thought it was an analogy to synthetic weed, just because of my recent trauma. With the like like weed that's been fucked with in a lab, like killing you. But I feel like there was an analogy. Yeah. I feel like there was an analogy there, but I don't know.
I thought it was analogous to technology, and I think more specifically what I drew it to was like possibly like AI. Like it makes something that is normally very, very, very difficult to use.
Yeah.
Very simple and accessible to all kinds of people. So I felt like that it was all wrapped up in technology, which I think we get more of that world building in here with these crystals, these entertainment crystals or whatever they are. Yeah. Almost like they're making smaller and smaller ones, like the OG days of cell phones, whenever they're making like ultimately culminated with the Zoolander cell phone. Like,
right.
The tiny one.
It's really funny because they got like tiny, and then remember when they were huge?
Oh yeah.
They're like the size
I'm talking on a cell phone.
And I remember but like it was even like after they became more advanced, and they had the ones that were like the size of an iPad.
Oh yeah.
And I remember seeing somebody literally holding that up to their ear, and I was like, are you literally
it's got like a full keyboard on it. Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing? And they're like, yeah, this is the new model. Like, duh. And I was like, oh.
What do you mean? What are you doing?
Exactly. I was like, all right.
Heathen.
I don't know. I was like, you look like a freak, but okay.
So yeah, the making them smaller and smaller certainly made me think, like reminisce back to the OG like 90s cell phone, early 2000s era.
Hell yeah.
Sick, man.
Sick.
Sick.
I still want the physical keyboard to come back. That'd be great.
Yeah. We get more of this. The uncles only had a small crystal that they used for communications, like the messages they got from Minu's mother and grandparents. The big crystals used to broadcast news and entertainment through a growing energy network were still very expensive, though there were posters and billboards promising new, smaller ones. So just kind of, again, setting up, this is emerging technology and is still very prohibitively expensive for most people. But she's not amongst most people.
Right.
Her date is someone special.
Nico.
Yeah. So apparently he is rich and handsome and...
Kind of handsome.
Yeah. Something. Yeah.
Yeah. She said he was nice looking.
Yeah. But we kind of are left with some complicated feelings about Nico by the end of this, because they basically get arrested. And Minu is left to fend for herself.
Yeah.
But that's all kind of following this celebration that they go to, which I thought was a great way of world building through the eyes of a character who's this fish out of water, you know. And sorry, that actually, like, the more that I think about that term in this, it almost feels like derogatory, because the siren folk are the water folk. And so, like,
that's a
fish,
slur.
It's a slur.
It's a slur.
She's a fish out of water.
Yeah.
So
Nico seems kind of like a sweet guy, you know? Like, I mean, I kind of like him. He seems not like a Chad or something, you know?
No, and it's more the people he's hanging out with, I guess.
Right, totally.
Yeah, and then whenever they end up at that protest, just how south things go and how quickly. But where was that? The part about when they're in the congregation, the congregation clapped, cheered, and chanted. Some of them seemed to be crying with joy. They started singing in one of their older languages, and Manu didn't recognize most of the words except for the chorus. The beautiful one was here, is here, will be here forever. Manu felt something in their heart, a sense of lightness and rising joy. Some of these older people were projecting energy, probably without meaning to, and Manu got a faint image from one of them of a glowing figure towering over all the crowd, smiling and scattering flower petals on the heads of the humans below. So this is just a really interesting depiction of religion or worship, I should say,
right,
in this case. And just the way that it is described to us, I thought was really fascinating. Very interesting. And then we get this, come on, these old religious people are going nuts, said Nico. Yeah, my mom studies collective energy work from crowds. It happens in temples, but it happens in bars and sports stadiums too. People get all worked up and the energy spills all over. Let's go have fun. Fascinating concept.
Yeah.
I love that comparison of religion and sports and
it's so interesting.
Yeah, very cool.
I really like the descriptions of the dancing girls. Oh, I just love it. I don't know, but and I like the I just had a stroke.
Oh no.
No.
Oh no.
No. Oh no.
Oh no.
I like the openness of Nico because Minu is looking at that one girl dancing. He's like, hey, you should go ask her to dance. Or maybe she would dance with both of us if she's into that kind of thing.
Yeah, again, just a very progressive.
Very open.
Yeah, literally open.
Literally. Just like free love, you know, like, you like her? Go ask her to dance.
Yeah, go get her over here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it this one? A winged figure joined her up there. Air folk, slender with great blue wings and matching blue feathers for hair. Yeah. So like this is also further world building that we know that Manu is water folk. Here we have air folk. And so that allows us to maybe draw some further conclusions about other like elemental folk, I suppose. So just again, in a fantasy setting like this, world building is never done. You're always doing it. And so I like seeing how much time you devote to getting us so firmly enveloped in your world here.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I love the beginning of chapter 4, the opening statement. Manu was starting to understand why their uncles had warned them multiple times about being responsible.
Yeah. They're like, oh, I get it.
Yeah. Yeah. This Nico pointed to a sign. Is your family safe? Are your children well controlled? The Academy of Energetic Arts and Sciences trains them right. Get your children enrolled today, supported by the city government. Yeah, I just like how exclamatory that whole sign was.
Yeah, that's good.
Like this whole thing just it just feels very like 90s and like late 90s. It's like, do you know where your children are?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it makes me think of.
Yeah, it's again mixing in another cultural element that just adds to the layers of complexity in this society.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's like you've got things from different eras, different parts of the world, different belief sets. Like it's just all over the place and just makes this really, really beautiful mosaic, I feel.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, totally. Oh my gosh, there's so many words in here.
There's a lot of words. We don't have to go over all of them.
Yeah, I know. And so, but yeah, we essentially do, not to skip too much of this, but we do end up with Manu having an exchange with this one character, this homeless person that really doesn't, they're not a homeless person. They're not just some vagrant. They're someone important. And so this is where the call, the storycraft call, you know, capital C call is presented to Manu, and Manu rejects it. Says no, but it's forced upon her. This is no option. She is forced to take this energy packet. She's forced to or entity, energy packet, entity, whatever it may be. And so it's a very complicated exchange. If for no other reason that she did not volunteer for this. As a matter of fact, she outrightly, expressly said, no, like I don't want this. And then it's just basically like, I've got to give it to somebody. You're the right temperament and the right energy profile. Like, and so she's left with no alternative. And so she accepts this energy packet, entity, whatever it is. It's described as like this sensation that sits in her chest, and it's protecting her in a way. One part that was a little confusing was the what is it called? Not pendant. Is it a pendant? Like it's like a necklace that's given to her.
Pendant. It's a pendant.
So Manu is given a pendant, and they accept all of this. They accept this energy being entity, whatever it is, and they carry it back, and they're worried about what's going to happen. And further, despite their insistence, like, this person needs help. Yeah, like, you must help this person. They're not listening. So whatever's happened to her is affecting their being able to even just hear her. Right. So she's no longer even able to speak effectively for herself. It's going to lengths to protect itself. Yeah. And so where we go from here is very interesting, and it's really scary for Manu. Yeah. At the same time, she suddenly has a wealth of power, it sounds like. Because whenever she gets back home, Manasvi is asking, like, when did you get good at blocking, essentially? Yeah. So even the prodigy is now like, exactly, what happened to you? And the uncle's like, you don't look right. And then she's like, oh, he's going to find out. And then she's like, nah, you're just drunk. Like, you're fine. Go to sleep. I like how what I like is at the second to last, let's just say the third to last line. It's like, men who followed their family as they headed home, but the words lightened their heart, remembering the joy from the celebration earlier. So that makes me happy, because I'm like, okay, good. It's not ending on like this, like, foreboding, like, scary note, like, but what was growing within her chest was it's going to burst forth like the alien from Alien. Spawn out of her. Exactly. So I'm just like, okay, yay. So that was intense. Yeah. But not like super bad. Yeah, if anything else, it's setting up a level of capability and agency that Manu otherwise wouldn't have had. Right. Had they not gone out on this night. And the final line, we may create our own light when surrounded by darkness. Yes. So yeah, very Light of Galadriel from Lord of the Rings. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Thanks, All Fair. Yeah, thanks, All Fair. That was great. That was excellent. This is excellent. Yeah. I'm loving it. This is a lot of fun. Oh, yeah. It's a lot of fun. That's how I'd put it. The imagery. Oh, I love it. Oh, I want this to be a movie. Yeah, it's so colorful. It is. And floral. Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah. Okay, so next up, we've got our very own Matt with Chapter 3, Engineering. Hey, guys. Hi. Okay, so we have got also a progression of plot here. We're more getting into the world of Olivia. Yeah. Yes. But not over her shoulder, yeah. Right. Yeah. Which is great. So we're getting a better idea of what's going on with her. Uh-huh. You know, and who the fuck is she? Yeah. And so I think it's a cool idea that she set up her space as a 1-to-1 replica of the pod. Cool. That was a very good idea. Do they actually do that anywhere? If they do, I don't know about it. No, because I was like, is that a novel concept, or is that something that is actually done? I don't know. But whenever, so she's getting really tired. She is basically this is all her. Like, is there any dialogue at all? I don't think so. I think it's just her experience with the machine, right? Basically, yeah. And we get like the line, "I don't envy you," she said aloud to the room, but it's not dialogue. No, yeah. I mean, but you're pushing the plot forward, so you know. Yeah. Okay, so I got really interested in this when, I guess, at the point that you wanted us to get interested, where it's like, she made a note, right? Mm-hmm. Making a note of the value in a small brown notebook on the desk. O2 line pressure, 1,635 PSI. Okay, odd. She had never used a notebook to record measurements before. Engineering flagged the behavioral deviation. That is so interesting. Is that a thing that exists, or did you just make that up? What? Having some type of program that flags a human's behavioral deviation, like, to that extent. Oh, I'll say I made that up.
Okay. Yeah. Because I'd never heard of it before, but I was like, sounds like something that could exist. Just because we have things like we have our smartwatches where it's like, you haven't taken as many steps today, which is like a behavioral deviation, you know?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So it is basically meant to be a progression of the way we as the readers know technology.
Right.
And so I was trying to like make it more.
Yeah. No, totally.
Yeah.
It seems like something that doesn't exist yet, but could exist in the future.
Yeah.
Okay.
So again, just kind of root us in a sci-fi setting. Yeah.
Right. Totally. So I thought that was really, really interesting because basically a lot of the rest of the story was her trying to figure out why she was making that note. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. And so it goes through all these different options, which I also think is really cool. Engineering ran through some possible reasonings she could be acting upon. So she was exercising a habit developed during childhood schooling. Or further down the list, but still plausible, she may have a reason to distrust the system's sensors, processors, or memory. And that was only a possibility because she had recently expressed to call on her fear of the machine.
Yeah.
So it like registered that and took that into account with its list of reasons why she may have had that behavioral deviation. Yeah. Okay. So can you, in your own words, describe what's happening with the number thing where it's like, 24, 34, 36. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Can you just explain that?
Okay. So, because it's flagged this deviation, it has to gather more information. And the reason it has to gather information isn't clear. It's like, I need to know what she's thinking right now because she did this seemingly innocuous thing. She just logged a note. And so now the machine's like, I must know more.
Yeah.
And so what I'm running through as far as a plot point is that it simulated a problem with the system, with the pod, with Colin's pod.
Yeah.
And because she's caregiver, like she's also responsible and in control of these systems. But it used these systems engineering used these systems to simulate a problem and see how she would react to a malfunction. And so what it did is it simulated a light flicker. Benign, nothing. It's like, it's not hurting anybody. It's just to gauge her reaction.
Right.
And so it told the pod flicker for 2 seconds. And based off of context that I set up prior, the capabilities of the pod, and like there was a reason that I set up that it was monitoring like the entire electromagnetic spectrum. It was its capabilities were vast and like really down to femtoseconds was the time scale that it registered in.
Yeah.
Which that was the point that I wanted to set up, was that it has a clock that is so hyper accurate that ultimately becomes a problem for engineering. So one thing that may be difficult to follow is that engineering is not the pod. The pod and engineering are separate things. The pod is just the space that Colin occupies. Right. It's a very capable machine. But engineering is this outside thing. Okay. And it sees Olivia and Colin separately. So what's happening is it tells the pod, flicker the lights for 2 seconds. The pod says, cool, does. Flickers the lights for 2 seconds. But what happens is Olivia logs it, tells engineering, and that's essentially all engineering wanted. It's like, okay, she doesn't distrust the system enough to not tell me that there's a problem with the pod. And so it was a completely benign thing, and it goes through the whole things. But then Olivia gets curious, or for whatever reason, she's still like investigating the thing. So she pulls it up and she sees like, okay, the moment that the anomaly happened was at this time, 24, 34, 36, string of decimal points. And then it ended at 24, 34, 38, exactly 2 seconds. Yes. The exact same string of decimal points follow it, which means that it flickered, the anomaly happened for precisely
2 seconds.
2 seconds.
Yeah. Right.
To the point that like something that is an anomaly like that is no longer anomalous if it is so specific and calculated and precise. And so what happened there is that engineering was like, oh, shit.
Why? Because she had figured out that engineering did it?
She has reason to suspect that it was not an anomaly.
Right.
That it was purposeful.
That it was staged.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was some reason that it was done that way.
So why does engineering think, oh shit? Is it because engineering is like, oh, she is on to me that I am getting sentience? Because why would engineering do that? You know, if it wasn't programmed to do that.
To do what?
To test her like that?
It was programmed to test her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's another thing that I wanted to set up. It had made a mistake. It hadn't made a mistake, which was the mistake. When it set out to simulate the anomalous function within the pod, it had followed protocol, which stipulated protocol. In the event of an individual in possession of control of a system designated class 5 or higher, basically a dangerous machine.
Yeah.
Somebody in control of a dangerous machine exhibits signs of distrust of this system, enact this protocol, which says simulate a benign anomaly to gauge the individual's response. And so it did exactly what it was supposed to do.
Okay.
And so in doing that, it created a means of Olivia realizing that she is as much a test subject as anything.
Oh.
Like she...
So she didn't know that that was the protocol?
No.
Oh, okay. So she didn't know that. Engineering knew that, obviously, but she didn't know that.
Right. Right.
Oh, that her and what's his name are test subjects.
Yeah. Or yeah, that they're both under scrutiny.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And that there are eyes on her that she otherwise didn't expect. Her she mentioned before that engineering was just a window that she typed complaints into.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I remember her saying that.
And so this is engineering. And we see that engineering has far more than just the text that she types into this window.
Especially where it's like engineering, in so much as it could, panicked and made a hasty decision. It's like, wait a second, engineering, you're capable of panicking?
Right.
What are you?
In so much as it could.
Right. But still.
Basically, it realized in a moment too late, it's basically a nanny bot. Like it's just keeping tabs on the situation.
Right.
And
so it's like the mistake was that it had made that 2 seconds too precise.
Well, or it made it too vague to a system that is hyper precise. It told the system, like, flicker the lights for 2 seconds. The system's like, okay.
Yeah.
The system is capable of 2.0000000, you know, however many 15 zeros seconds. So it's just this hyper precise machine did exactly what it asked.
Right.
So it wasn't that engineering made a mistake. It was that it didn't make it look like a mistake.
Oh, yeah. So she changed it up and was like, lights flickered exactly 2 seconds. Okay. And so engineering hoped it was enough.
I've been dancing around something this entire chapter that I'm not ready to talk about.
Oh.
But there's something I'm not doing in this that is that I'm kind of setting up for the capital P plot, I suppose.
Yeah.
So I introduced the tiniest of P plots.
Yes.
And that is Olivia's becoming aware of engineering.
Yeah.
And not even necessarily that she's aware that it's engineering. She's aware of something, has eyes on her.
She's becoming aware of engineering's awareness.
Something like she is starting to feel like she's not necessarily entirely in control.
Yeah. And then engineering like fucks with Colin to distract Liv, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hoping. I mean, the fact that engineering can hope, you know, says a lot.
Yeah. And I'm also trying to set up the tone that they're all isolated.
Yeah.
Engineering is on their own. Olivia is on her
that's
own.
Good.
Colin is on his own. And so the core data drops being 24 hours, 39 minutes, like on a cycle every time.
Yeah.
Well, for one, that's a little Easter egg.
Yes.
24 hours and 39 minutes. I know. It's a super nerdy thing.
Is it a weed thing? Is it a 420? I don't know.
No.
What is that?
That's how long a day is on Mars.
Oh, I love how you looked at me expectantly as though I was going to understand that.
You got
Okay,
it.
nice.
You got it.
Okay, so we're on Mars.
So yeah, it's just a tiny little Easter egg. And honestly, it's just
that's good.
if for nothing else, it's to kind of root in a world that I've built, which is part of the reason that I wanted to do this story there, is because that world is already firmly established to me, so I don't have to like cook up something brand new.
Right. No, that's nice. That's cool. You like use something that already is a thing,
or at least that I'm familiar with.
Right.
And so I just just use that world.
I think that you did an excellent job of pushing the plot forward in this one, because like we now have I feel like that's like a big P plot, is like you're kind of zooming out a little bit, being like, okay, this is what's happening on a bigger scale. It's not just in the heads of Olivia and Colin. There's like something happening outside of them.
Yeah.
Something's afoot, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's exactly what I wanted to address here.
Yeah.
Also, what I wanted to address is that Olivia is firmly human.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I wanted to set out to do at the beginning with the desk and the books and all of that. I loved that paragraph. I loved writing the paragraph, firmly establishing her humanity.
About her books,
yeah, with all of the books, especially that. My favorite was that war-torn volume of Grey's Anatomy.
Yep, that was good.
The book's binding barely bore the pages any longer, and the cover's edges were worn down to pulp. I love that
alliteration.
Yeah, dog-eared and torn pages, protruding strips of paper, and years of coffee, tea, and beer stains, as well as vomit and other bodily fluids obfuscated the weathered volume to the point of utter obscurity to everyone except Olivia. So I loved writing that.
That is beautiful. That is beautiful.
I enjoyed that sentence so much.
That is a yummy sentence.
Yeah.
That is yummy.
Yeah, it's the most descriptive thing in there, which in a story from a machine's perspective, really hard to be descriptive in that way.
Right.
Except that it would recognize all of those attributes of that book.
Yeah. I think it's cool that you just like zoom in, sometimes and give like these like minute details about something like that, like minute details along with like backstory and everything about something, and then zoom back out. I think that's really good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's worked. I'm glad it worked.
Yeah. Great job.
Cool. I've got the next one's gonna be weird.
I'm excited.
It's gonna be weird.
Great job, man.
Thank you.
Yes.
And up next,
yes,
we've got Husk 6 through 11 by Jake. Hey, Jake.
Hey, Jake. Jane.
Jang.
Hey, Jank.
Hey, Jank.
Hey, Jank.
So yeah, I especially like part 6 here. Because it's got this kind of meta quality to it.
Yeah.
You've probably read many stories, some of them good, about a person who's being haunted or cursed, and it's not fully revealed if the ghosts are real or not until the end. That person might actually have an angry spirit attached to them, or they might just be crazy and be under attack from their own brain. Hell, I can think of a dozen movies from the last decade that fit that bill, so I apologize if you were lingering in that anticipation, but allow me to spoil it for you. I know what I saw, I know what it was. He told me later that night. So it sets out to do exactly what it promises.
Yeah.
I'm going to spoil this.
Yeah.
He told me later that night.
So this is zany.
This is zany.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's got this, the way it's kind of addressing itself.
Yeah.
And again, we have this opportunity because of this hindsight that we're telling it in.
Yeah.
So we know for sure that the narrator is going to get out of this fine.
Right.
So it removes some stakes in that way.
That to me was very comforting.
Yeah.
Like, I know that we don't always want to comfort the reader, but to me, that gave me the courage to push forward and keep reading.
Okay.
So I was like, he's going to be okay.
He's going to be fine.
He's going to survive.
He's going to be fine.
Yeah.
And that's a great way to kind of, I guess, set the reader, like, to set the reader off.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to set you off on this journey. I'm here with you. And the story's about me, essentially.
Right.
Ostensibly, it's about me. And so, because I'm here now in hindsight, we're going to get through this together. I can't speak for all the people around me. They might all be totally fucked.
Yeah.
But we're going to get through this.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. So we are going to the hospital to see about Mule, who just had his throat ripped out.
By his friend.
So pretty much he's getting special treatment because he is the son of a cop, or the stepson of a cop.
Yeah.
And but he doesn't like that because he's like, this feels slimy. Yeah, this feels slimy.
Gross.
Right, exactly. And so he's in there looking at his friend, and then you have this confrontation with Mule's mom. Yeah. She's like, you little bastard.
Oh, I wanted to mention, I really liked the characterization of the cops. Like who, like they're like, yeah, Mule is like, who? Montgomery Ulysses. Sorry. I was trying to, who's Montgomery Ulysses? Her patience had been close to unraveling up to this point. My mother snapped. Like the kid in the bed, God damn it. He was trying to swallow the key. And they're just like, all right, well, be more careful. It's like,
yeah, but seriously though, don't be a dumbass like to the cops.
Yeah.
Who the fuck do you think they're talking about? You know, that would also set me off.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. So I really like that. And just showing that Scott's mom she's going to stand up for herself and for Scott.
Right.
And we'll get more of that to your point with the interaction with Mule's mom.
Yes. So, Mrs. Ulysses sounds kind of, well, gross. And
of a type, I feel like.
Huh?
Of a type. Like, I don't know. She strikes me as familiar. I can't explain why.
Oh, like, she reminds me of some of my relatives.
Oh, okay.
So to me, I can definitely see why.
Okay.
But okay, so here's the thing about her. Like, here's the thing. I do not understand why everyone's immediate reaction is to blame Scott. Like, I don't understand that at all, because it was fucking Mule who swallowed the fucking key, you know?
Put it down his own throat.
Exactly.
Like a dummy.
And Scott was trying to save his life.
Yeah. So
I just think it's interesting how he immediately blames himself. Scott's mom immediately blames him. Scott's stepdad immediately blames him. Why? And even the cops who are like, be more careful next time. What do you mean? He didn't do it. Yeah. Mule swallowed the key, you know?
Yeah.
I just think
that's... acted. He acted in whatever interest he could. Like, he's just trying to save his friend. Right. He did everything in his power to just try and save them.
I just think it's wild that everybody's immediately like attacking him, you know?
Yeah, no good deed
goes
unpunished.
Exactly.
Yeah. And by God, they're going to punish the shit out of Scott.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, the cop. Yeah, exactly. All these people just keep just laying into him for this. But not his mother.
No. And this is a really cool part where whenever she comes to his rescue, he just suddenly sees her as this like warrior princess.
Yeah.
You know, or something.
Yeah.
Or like this like phoenix.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Lady Galadriel.
Right.
Yeah. If I may.
Yes, you may.
Oh, yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
But yeah, it's just such a, we've gotten some of their relationship already. This is just further making us endeared towards both of them.
Right.
Which makes me worry about his mom.
Ooh. Ruh-roh.
Ruh-roh. Indeed.
Ruh-roh.
Indeed. Yeah, I really like Scott's mom.
She's cool.
She's real cool. I really like how she'll stand up for him.
Yes, that is a very important mom quality to have. Okay, and so he realized, he was like, oh yeah, when Cindy's like, you're not setting foot close near my children anymore. It's like, really? Okay, so are you going to like raise him now?
Right, yeah.
Like,
are you going to do your damn job as a mother?
Who's like, going to take care of him now then? They're giving free childcare over here.
Yeah. You going to step up?
Yeah.
No?
No.
Then shut up.
Yeah. Step up or shut up.
Yeah, exactly.
Cindy. Yeah. And so Scott realizes, okay, friends don't always last. He had visions of them, you know, which I found interesting because when I was that age, how old are they? 8, right? They're 8, right?
They're young. They're youngins. Yeah.
When I was that age, I could not visualize like
lunch more than the next day.
Yeah, more than a day ahead.
Yeah.
So I'm like, wow, this kid is is something special.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's got the sight.
So yeah, they get back to the house. We find this note, took the boys to their mothers. I'll be back in the morning, Jen. I kept looking at the note until my mom finally got to the door. She pulled it off with a sigh that might have been worry or relief, unlocked the door, and we went inside. That's a great bit of just further cluing us into this relationship and how it's not perfect.
Right.
It's very imperfect, as a matter of fact. Worry or relief.
Right.
So,
yeah.
It's complicated.
It's complicated. It's very complicated.
Yeah.
Probably more relief, I'm going to guess, honestly.
Yeah. But 8 is more transitioning us to the point with the man.
Right.
Which comes up in 9.
Yes. Okay. So we have a dead guy.
Yep.
Or his spirit or whatever.
Yeah, he did.
He did.
He did. Gives me Freddy Krueger vibes.
Ooh.
Because he's a dream walker.
That's
because he's asleep.
That's true.
He's asleep.
Oh, that's creepy as fuck.
Super creepy. That's
more
super creepy.
dust than man. But I feel like we have a bit of Bathos here.
Oh, okay. Explain.
Yeah, okay. Because it is super like creepy, super intense. You've got this ancient, he's not really ancient, but this old dead guy who's threatening him. But then Scott's like, this guy really likes to talk.
Yeah. And he's literally monologuing.
Yes.
Like the whole time. Yeah.
And he's just like, it just kind of becomes ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because he's just like talking and talking. And Scott's like, this guy must have been some type of performer when he was alive or something.
Yeah.
And then he's like zoning out, and then Scott zones back in the middle of his like, and so then,
well,
you
yeah.
know?
And it's not so much that he's zoning out, it's that he's fixated on this lamp, and because something is off.
Yeah.
And so you really do effectively call into that. Well, first of all, I agree. The whole, whenever it got to the monologuing, it was like, it made me think of, it's The Incredibles, I think. He's like, it's like, and then he started monologuing, you know, because it's such a tropey thing to do in like superhero movies or wherever the villain will start monologuing.
Oh, right.
And so,
like, I did all this so that you would do all this, and I knew that. Blah,
and then while
blah,
they monologue, the hero
they're
escapes.
escaping. Exactly.
Yeah. And so it struck me like a trope. And it felt trope aware. Like Scott felt trope aware. He's like, he's monologuing.
Right.
And so it did kind of strike me like Bathos. Intentional.
Like meta Bathos.
Yeah. Intentional or otherwise. That's the way it struck. But at the same time, we're really invested in whatever he sees is wrong with this lamp.
Right.
Because that feels like a key. It takes this totemic quality. And so he just focuses all of his attention onto this lamp to try and figure out what is it.
No, yeah, that line really struck me where he's like, what the hell is wrong with the lamp? Is that what he said?
Yeah, basically. And it recurs
the lamp.
as well.
He said, what the hell was wrong with the lamp? Yeah. And I just like that, how it's like going from the guy to Scott, like the lamp. What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like it's right there.
Yeah. But I can understand kind of why the guy just keeps talking, because like he hasn't really had anybody to talk to, I guess.
Yeah.
For a long time.
Yeah, it doesn't seem unrealistic.
Yeah.
In that aspect.
Right. Yeah. He's just like, I'm going to tell you my whole life story and yours.
Nothing but time.
Exactly. Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
A scratch.
Yeah. Yeah. My pinky twitched. And then we jump in. Yeah, so that was really excellent. Yeah, in 9, because he's paralyzed. He cannot move. And then we get my pinky twitched. I was like, oh shit, it's about to break loose here.
Yep.
And so that jumps us right into 10.
Yeah.
A jolt of feeling spread through my body, not big enough to completely wake things up, but I now knew it was possible. I was still dreaming. I would actually encourage you put that "I was still dreaming" on its own line, because that's critical.
Yeah.
I don't think that statement needs to be at the end of that. Or even just drop it in the beginning. Just like make it focus of that, because that is the point, I feel like. Once we got that, that's whenever I was like, oh shit, this guy's Freddy Krueger.
Ew.
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 Yeah. And then, that damn lamp, man. That damn lamp.
Say, boy, what you looking at?
As if these words were a secret phrase, I sprung awake, flying off my bed and scrambling across the floor.
Okay, so what's going... I just want to say really fast what I think is going on with the lamp here, which you may have already deduced. But whenever I first read it, I was just like, okay, the scrap meant... But I think it's that he's focusing on that in order to pull his consciousness out of the dreamlike state, because he's realizing that that is not the lamp.
Right. Yeah.
So it's like he's being like, wait a second. He's seeing cracks in it. Like, wait, I'm not awake. Yeah. This is not real.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's you've seen Inception?
Yes.
It gave me that kind of sensation.
The top.
The top, or like the scene that I was thinking of is, it's the opening dream sequence, and he's got his face against a carpet. He's like, and he just starts laughing. He's like, it's like, I hated this shag carpet, but it was most definitely made of wool. I'm laying on polyester. Ooh. We're still dreaming. And so it struck me like that. Like, it's a small detail that what he is looking at is a fabrication. Yeah. It's not reality. Yeah. And so, like, it's just the most tiny of little details.
And he doesn't know why he's staring at it. Yeah. He's just like, there's something about it that I need to focus on right now. Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah. Very cool. Yeah. And so he wakes up, and the key was on his pillow, right on the end of his head. And so, yeah, we have this key, which is, shit, I had it.
A bitch.
Well, it's like a conduit in a way. So it's like he occupies this house, but it wasn't until now that the ghost had the key. But he always had the house. Yeah. And he couldn't ever get it to work because he's in the house, but now he has the key. Yeah. And the key seems to actually be doing the job. Yeah. And so whatever the backstory is for this key itself, like, I wonder if we're going to get some sort of history about the key. Yeah.
I just feel like, I don't know. I don't think he made a great choice. I get why he did what he did. He's like, the adults will not believe me. But I feel like his mom is kind of screwed now, because she's there with the house and the key. Yeah. You know, it's like, so if you care about your mom, I feel like you should somehow take the key away from the house or something.
Yeah. Oh, and that would be a logical next step is like, he removes the key. Yeah. Or tries to. Yeah. Because again, we've already mentioned its sort of glamour quality. Right. And just, yeah. Let's see if that's possible.
I wonder if you can smelt it down.
Is there a Mount Doom for keys?
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Take it there.
Take it there, drop it in.
Isildur!
Exactly.
Thank you, Jake.
Thank you, Jake. That was great.
Excellent. Excellent. And our final entry.
Yes.
Our final little entry this week is from Richie.
And I do appreciate that length, Richie.
Yes. This was a nice breath.
It was a breath of fresh air.
Fresh air.
Yeah, it was.
In a sea of long entries this week.
Exactly.
Wonderful.
Yep. Okay, so we have basically a continuation of, we were last in the cafe and the diner with Miller and Rat and
Eerie and
Abs.
Abby, yeah.
And so now they're going to go away by boat.
Yep.
Yep. But surprisingly to Abby, all of Rat's stuff is already on the freighter. Yeah. And she's like, what the hell? And then Eerie is like, or should we say Irie?
Let's say Irie.
Let's say Irie.
Yeah.
Irie is like, oh, I thought you knew. He spent the last year on that ship.
You what?
You did. What?
She glared at her younger brother. He raised his hands in defense. Don't yell at me. Yeah. It's not like you were around.
No, exactly.
Yeah, so we're complicating this relationship, this sibling relationship. Not complicating. We're learning about this relationship. Yeah. We're establishing like what it is.
Right. And you know what? I don't blame Rat, because it's like, well, she kind of left, right? And so
Rat's gonna rat.
Rat's gonna rat. Yeah. And he's gonna deal with shit the way he needs to.
Yeah. And did.
Which is being on a boat for a year.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Miller might be the single busiest person in the whole galaxy. kiss ass, Miller said. Looking back, I really like Miller.
Yeah.
He's just
Miller's
very
great.
no nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
And I also like him just always.
He's like, don't you lick my balls.
Yeah, always calling Rat a kiss ass.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So again, this is an escalation of the plot.
Yeah. Oh,
Because
absolutely. Yeah.
Everything else has been set up to this point.
Yeah.
And now it's like, okay, what are we doing? We're going in search of Dad.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I do think that we did just the tiniest bit of foreshadowing in one of the entries with the truck that we saw, like whenever Abby's going into the diner to meet Rat for the first time, the truck that pulls up, I think might have been Miller showing up on the scene.
Oh, yeah.
And so that, or possibly. So you may have just kind of been like winking at us like, hey,
something's
remember that?
coming.
You remember that truck?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Miller's truck.
Right. Probably. Yeah. So they get on the boat and we find out a little bit more of the backstory. So Abby believes that their dad basically sold everybody out to save himself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember Rat sighed. Look, we're going to go find Dad. What we do after that, he paused, seemingly deep in thought. I'm not sure what comes after that, but he seems to have a plan. I think he's trying to take down the sphere completely. Sphere, capital S, proper noun status. So yeah, a little bit more world building there.
Mm-hmm. I'm getting like, I'm getting Dune in this entry. First of all, the fact that Paul's mom did not sell out her husband, but a lot of people believed that and tried to make Paul believe that she was like treasonous.
Yeah.
You know? But she wasn't. Actually, she had reasons for what she was doing and was trying to like do the right thing. I don't know why. I'm just really getting Dune here.
I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somehow the setting also, it seems to me a bit vast and a bit desolate, maybe.
Well, it's certainly world spanning.
Yeah.
This place reminds me, this planet actually, if we're going Dune, it's like the Atreides home planet. I forget what it's called.
Oh, the home planet.
Yeah, because it's like green and lush. There's cows lowing and that's where they are. So it's like
true.
a very,
I forgot about that.
like it's a very lush environment.
That's true. I had forgotten about that from previous entries because in this one I was somehow imagining this like cafe in like the middle of a dusty highway or something like that.
Yeah. Say I'm getting like rain drenched, like rural Oregon vibes.
Right.
That's kind of what I'm getting. But yeah, it's just it remains a very interesting setting. And we're further complicating. I like that we're introducing this proper noun sphere.
Yeah.
And whatever Dad's implicated in here and how they're wrapped up.
Yep. And the sphere holds information that Rat knows about and Abby does not. Yeah. And he's like, you need to see this. There's something here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I guess what we're going to have is we're going to have some type of Obi-Wan Kenobi type of hologram of Dad.
Yeah.
Explaining everything or something.
Yeah. Yeah. You need to hear it from him.
Yeah.
Is where we leave it. Yeah. Yeah. Lovely little setup for everything.
Yeah.
And personally, off of the, you need to hear it from him. It's like, I would love to see it just like that's a chapter break. And at the beginning of it, we just jump right into the message. Like no setup needed. Like you've set everything up. Let's just get the message.
Or like the sphere flickered on.
I don't even think you need that. You could just say like Abby, like just address.
If you wanted to.
Yeah.
I feel like there's more than one way to do it effectively.
There absolutely is more than one way.
Yeah.
If it were, and again, this is completely personal. If it were mine, I love the idea of just a chapter break and you give us the message just out of the gate. And then we can just get all the reactions. We might get some world building like sprinkled in, like them on this drive while this message is playing or something. Just in my head, like I start building out how this could progress. Yeah. And that's really cool because I've really got my head in this story to the point that I can kind of start to imagine how it could develop. Very cool. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this.
Me too.
I like these characters a lot.
Same.
Miller's fun.
Miller is fun.
I like Miller.
I like Rat.
Rat's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Richie.
Thank you, Richie. Yeah.
That was fantastic.
And that is all of our stories for episode 61.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, guys.
Thank y'all.
And thank you, Rachel,
You're welcome.
for being selected here today.
You're welcome.
As well as Walker, Nick, Allfair, myself, Jake, and Richie.
Yes.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank y'all.
This was, let me see, that's 10, 20,
5 million pages.
5, 6, 7, 8, 30. This is about 30,000 words that we read this week.
That's a lot. How many words are in a book?
I do think that I believe it goes from novella to novel at about 80,000 words, I think.
Okay.
Something like that.
Mm-hmm. So we read like half a novel.
There's about, yeah.
Ish.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
There's a lot of writing here, guys. And I really want to commend all of you and thank you for your continued participation through Novel-bember.
Yeah.
This is quite the time commitment.
It is.
Not to just writing, but to reading and for everybody's stories and commenting.
Yep.
Thank you, everybody.
Yes.
Such a wonderful turnout.
So good. This is quite the Novel-bember.
Yes.
Okay, so a few things we'd like to mention. First of all, we will not be releasing an episode next week.
That's correct. Yes, for Thanksgiving, and because there is travel happening next week.
I'm going to Georgia.
Reg's going to Georgia. We
Mm-hmm.
are going to still issue a prompt for next week and the following week.
Yeah.
So we would like you to continue to submit on the schedule that we have established. If for no other reason, you guys have been very diligent about it. Continue doing exactly what you're doing. There will not be an episode to discuss the entries for next week. Please submit them next week, though. The following week, we will issue another prompt for. I'm just going to go ahead and call them episode 62 and 63. We'll have a joint episode for both of those. Hey guys, Matt from the future. I just wanted to clarify, we will actually just have episode 62 that will air on Friday, December 5th. So the prompt that you'll see on Reddit is 62 and then 62B, maybe? But it'll all just fall under the heading of episode 62. But there will still be 2 writing prompts. Thank you.
Quite.
The dates for all of that are this Friday. This episode is airing Friday the 21st. Friday the 28th, there will be no episode. And then Friday, December 5th will be our final Novel-bember episode.
Yes.
Yes. So just be sure to have your submissions in by, Tuesdays like usual. Yeah. Tuesday evenings for both weeks. And again, I encourage you to stick with that schedule because you guys have been so diligent. Stick with it. And just carry on getting it submitted every Tuesday. For me, that's helped a lot. Just like, I need to get this submitted. I need to get it done. So I don't want to give you guys a break. So just stick with it.
Taskmaster.
Stick with it. Slave driver
That's
over here.
right. Okay. And we also want to tell you about our Intervember.
Yeah. Or Meet the Writer Sember or something.
Wait, what do y'all think? Meet the Writer Sember? Because I do like that. Or Intervember.
We should probably tell them what it is.
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
For the month of December, we are not going back to business as usual. We are going to have a set of episodes interviewing you guys. We would like to invite anybody onto the episode to have an interview who is willing.
Yes.
Who has participated in Novel-bember specifically. So this invitation is extended to Jake, Walker by Faith, Nick to you, Allfair, Richie. You're all invited to schedule an interview with Rachel and I. We would like to talk with you about your stories that you were working on this month. And just in general, we want to get to know you guys.
We do.
We've spent a lot of time with y'all. Y'all have listened to us. So we want to listen to you for a little bit.
Know more about you.
So yeah, we're going to reach out on the Reddits and see about a time that we might be able to sit down and have a discussion with you.
Yes.
And of course, if you don't want to, you are by no means obligated to do this.
No, not at all.
But for the month of December, we're going to focus on interviews.
That's right. And I would like to hear in the wrap up for this episode whether y'all think Inject or meet the author Simber, or if you have a better idea.
Yes.
Because I like both of those.
Yeah.
There's a lot of directions we could go with that portmanteau.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Infinite, really.
Really?
Infinite directions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah. But for episode 62, we ask you guys to continue your stories and focus on dialogue.
Yes. Dialogue.
Believable dialogues. And we've gotten quite a bit of that from several authors. So again, this is the main goal, obviously, is to progress your stories. But if you haven't yet, really hone in on that dialogue.
Yeah.
Really make a very believable conversation. It can do it can do wonders for your characters and for your plot.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did notice though that in my entry, in I think Walker's entry and in your entry, we had very little dialogue in these entries.
Yes. Yeah.
And so
my previous entry was all dialogue.
Well, yeah, but it kind of makes sense to me because it's like for me personally, I was focusing so hard on plot.
Yeah,
you know?
and it's hard to drive plot with dialogue, right?
But it's cool. I just feel like that just shows that Novel-bember is doing what I wanted it to do, which is focusing, right, of course.
Yeah.
But I mean, when I was thinking about the different prompts, to be the different writerly skills.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. But just I wanted to really zero in on a specific skill each week,
Exactly. Yeah.
So a specific element.
Yeah. So for this week, really focus in on the dialogue of your stories. And just very quickly, the words to accompany this prompt this week are grudge, boom, entry, tax, and species. So what you got for grudge?
Grudge. Well, grudge is a thing that you hold.
Yep. It's
That's
physical.
All you need to know about it.
You just grab it, you hold it, grudge.
You hold on to it.
It's a movie.
Yep. You grasp it. A grudge.
A vendetta.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that's easier to understand than grudge.
Right. It's a thing that it's revenge.
Yeah. You hold something you hold against somebody.
Yeah. It's like resentment.
Yeah.
A grudge. Grudge. Of course, if you want it to be a verb, it would be begrudge. Yeah. Don't begrudge me this.
Don't begrudge me.
Begrudgingly. Okay, grudgingly. You can be begrudging. Why can't you just be grudging?
I'm a grudge. Today I'm going to grudge.
Yeah. Here we go, a grudging, a ring-a-ding-a-ding. I wonder how would you go grudging? We should do that.
You just go around and just giving people the stink eye, just grudging.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, yeah. We should do that instead of caroling.
Grudging. Just go around, just ring people's doorbells, and we just stand out there just like shaking our heads like grudging.
Yeah, I'm grudging you right now.
You're grudging real hard.
Grudging so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Next is boom.
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 Oh man, boom. Okay, boom can be just like an exclamation.
Yeah. Wasn't it Emerald Lagasse? Boom.
Yeah. Yeah, that is what he said, isn't it?
Yeah.
Boom. Yeah. Exactly. So it can be that. It can be a sound. It can be a noun.
An onomatopoeia.
An onomatopoeia. Yeah.
Yeah. Because booms be booming.
Right. Booms be booming. There was a huge boom. I heard a boom. Oh, and it can be a verb. It boomed. It can be
a sonic boom.
A sonic boom. You can have a boom station.
Oh, like a boom arm, like a mic from Boom.
Oh, yeah. I learned that word from you.
Yeah. Is it spelled that way? Is it?
I don't know.
Boom.
There's a boom box.
It is, yeah. Boom. Yeah, because these are booms.
Boom.
I'm looking at
boom. Boom is a fun word, honestly.
It's
I really like that word.
Far more like versatile than you would think, just like at first glance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah.
The next word is entry.
Entry. Well, entry is a noun, and it can also be an adjectival noun. Entry station.
Of course.
So entry is basically a place that you go into.
Yep.
Yep. Entry. I was given entry. It's interesting to me how the words entry and entryway are used differently, even though on their face they're the same thing, but
One is more like a vestibule, like entryway.
Yeah.
A foyer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can't be given entryway to a competition.
No. There's no entryway station.
No. Yeah. Entry is entry.
Entry.
Entrails. You know, it makes entrails. I was thinking gentry.
Gentry, yeah.
Yeah. Entry. I like it.
Gantry.
Yeah, whatever. You can
Back
do a lot
to
of
boom.
things. Right.
Gantry.
Back to boom. Yep. Entry. I don't have a whole lot to say about entry, to be honest.
Yeah. So that right into our next word, tax.
Tax.
Oh,
this is good.
TAX.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not the plural of like a tack.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Tax. Oh man, this can be everything. It's everything.
It is everything.
Tax is everything.
It is life. Yeah. There's so many expressions around it too.
Yeah. Like there's only two things guaranteed: death and taxes.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So tax is a noun. It's an adjectival noun. Tax season.
It's a verb.
It's a verb. They were taxed. It's an adjective. When
it's a preposition.
It's taxing. It's a conjunction.
It's an article.
Yeah. It's everything.
It's everything.
Tax.
It's sentient.
Yeah. It is alive.
Yeah.
It is living and breathing among us.
It's crawling off the screen right now.
Right.
Just be looking at it.
Okay. So tax is, well, you can when you tax somebody as a verb, it can either be like where you're charging them taxes, or it can be like it was very taxing.
Yeah, you can wears on somebody.
Yeah, exactly. Like wears you out.
Wears you down.
Wears you down. Taxes. I like words that are one syllable and end in X. I really like. Oh, I love words like that. Tax, locks, fox, jacks. You know, I like
facts.
Max. Like there's just something about words that are one syllable and end in X.
That end in CKS? No, different.
Different.
Like tax?
No, I don't care. I don't care about that word.
Like tax.
Which is funny because according to the International Phonetic Alphabet, tax and tax are spelled the same.
Identical.
Exactly.
Yeah, but no. Tax?
No, it's something
tax,
about...
though,
yeah. Tax. Hold on. Tax.
Like hacks?
Tax.
It means nothing now.
I know. Charge me some tax. Do you have any tax? I'm just trying to I can't even discern it, but I wonder if we listen to it on an audio analyzer, if
there's some subtle distinction.
The subtle distinction might be a longer vowel sound with the CKS than with the X. Like if it's a little bit more clipped, like tax. Whereas with the CKS, it's more like tax.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Actually, I do entirely.
Because actually, that is the difference between ride and ride in the American English pronunciation. Like rider. Let's just say rider.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So we, of course, British people are like writer, but we say writer, but we say rider and rider the same way. But and it's like they're identical. But if you look at the audio,
it's the vowel sound that precedes the consonant.
Yes, in WRITER, it is longer. So it's shorter in RIDER. It's rider. Like I'm a horse rider, but in books, like I'm a book writer. It's actually minutely longer. Yeah. So interesting.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. And our final word is species.
Speeches. Well, a species is like a species. I mean, how do you it's a classification of a being.
Right?
Yeah,
of all living things.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah. My students always say spices. instead of species. Yeah. They say some dumb shit. And I'm like,
students say
no.
the darndest things.
Don't they? Don't they though? Yeah.
Yeah, species, because you have family, genus, and species. There's a whole bunch of like other
species
things.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's
items,
so many species.
types.
If you're fascinated by the concept of species, I recommend you read A Short History of Nearly Everything. They dive off into the classifications and the history of all of that.
Oh, nice. I need to read that.
Dude, that book is awesome.
I want to read that.
a short history of nearly everything.
I want to read that.
It dives off into nearly everything with science.
Badass.
It's rad as shit.
That is rad.
It was far more entertaining than it had any right to be, considering how educational it was.
No, I love that. That's awesome.
So much history and so entertaining.
I have got to read that. I've got to. I just wanted to say one more thing about species, which is it's frustrating because it's the singular and the plural are the same. The species and species, like they're not species and species.
Yeah, no speci.
No, it's very, very frustrating.
Yeah, horrible even.
It's horrible.
It's the worst.
It's horrific. It's a nightmare.
So those words, grudge, boom, entry, tax, and species. And go ahead.
Like, if you want to be like these wonderful writers and submit your story to You Write, head on over to our subreddit at reddit.com/r/YouWritePod.
If you are unable to submit a story this week, that is totally unacceptable.
Right.
But you can help out by reading and commenting on other people's stories.
Yep. Each time you post a story or leave a comment on someone else's submission, your cursor was really tripping me up there. I just saw the LE. I was like, each time you post a story or let someone else post a story, you increase your chances of having your story read on the podcast.
You can reach us at Reddit. Nope. Yeah, at Reddit. That's true.
Really?
But you can also reach us at YouWritePod at gmail.com.
I was like, is that what it says?
It's not what it says. It's true. You can reach us at Reddit.
You can. Okay.
But you can also reach us at
Gmail. That's right. If you like our show and want to help support us, consider donating to our Patreon at patreon.com/YouWrite.
If you are unable to donate, that is also completely unacceptable.
Right.
You can, I guess, help us by just sharing the podcasts with other writers.
And non-writers alike.
Yeah.
And if you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe to the podcast so you know as soon as new episodes are available.
Also, be sure to leave us a glorious, magical rating and review in your Podsnatcher of choice.
And remember, join us next week on You Write,
a podcast where you write.
I'm coming up. I want the world to know that I'm
See y'all next week.
I'm just hearing like a funky bass. Yeah, we need Dion over here to let the world to know.
Make that really stupid face that bass players make.
Yeah, seriously though.
Ever since he mentioned that, like I see it everywhere.
Oh yeah.
You look at the bass player, like super nerdy, just making a face like it's a universal bass player face.
They're making a stank face.
Yeah, like they smelled something horrible.
Yeah.
But it's just good.
Yeah, they're just like,
oh yeah, man.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yes.
Shit's good.
Shit's good, but